Okay, welcome back to my playthrough of XCOM 2. This should be part 21, and this is the 21st mission of this playthrough. It is a council mission, and it looks like I have to rescue a VIP from a cell and then probably get him in my squad to research. And it looks like the board is an engineer and 105 intel. The engineers, I actually have 6 engineers right now, so I don't really need a 7th engineer, but I could probably find a use for him. The thing I really need is that intel, because I need to start making contact with a couple more regions, because I need to hit another black site facility soon. So let's go ahead and launch this mission.
Setting course for Sector 7, Western
Looks like the
Europe.
enemies that are in this mission are pretty standard enemies that I've been seeing. And it does say that there are Earthworms here. Those are pretty tough. They have to really help out. Really hard. So, go ahead and
Sky Ranger deployed.
Menace, ready to deploy.
Now, with these types of timed missions, it's too hard to try and position
We just got word
your
from the
sniper
spokesman. Apparently, the
to
aliens have captured a VIP of critical importance
get
to the
the
resistance
correct
effort, and they'd like
positioning
us to
to
handle the
fire
rescue
on
operation.
the enemy
We'll
group.
need to lock down the area,
Just
free the
because
VIP,
it takes
and
the
evac the target
sniper
as
a
quickly as
turn to
possible.
move, and then even if you get a good position and fire on the enemy, eventually you have to reload, and that takes a turn as well. And eventually your sniper just gets left behind because the rest of your squad is constantly moving forward towards the mission objective, and then basically your sniper has to spend like 2 or 3 turns just sprinting forward to catch up with the squad. So what I like to do is I like to just, these types of missions, just keep my sniper with the rest of my squad and rely mainly on his pistol skills.
Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
My sniper does have 2 gunslinger pistol skills, so he is pretty decent at close range, and I did give him that plasma pistol, which does a pretty consistent 5 to 6 damage. So it looks like I have full squad conceal to start this out. My 2 rangers do both have phantoms, so even if I reveal the rest of my squad, my 2 rangers stay concealed, and they both have the ability to reconceal if they end up taking a shot or get revealed. Okay, so it looks like the first group I'm encountering is Archon and 2 Vipers. So let's see if I can, I have 12 turns, but I know the enemy does tend to send reinforcements on these types of missions. So I'm going to go ahead and try and wipe this group out as quickly as possible. And to start it off, I'm going to blow the hell out of this building.
Grenade!
Now, a tactic I like to do a lot is I like to if enemies are on the second or third or fourth floor of a building, I like to blow them up and cause them to fall onto the ground because it does an extra 2 damage to them when they fall from at least from the second floor. I'm not sure if it does more damage if they fall from a higher elevation than the second floor. And I've also seen when you blow up buildings, I've seen pieces of the buildings actually fall on top of the enemies below them. So that's just a tactic you might want to think about using in the future. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take my lightning shot on that Viper. It's a 76% shot, so I think I could maybe. No big deal. Now I'm going to take my rifle shot with my sniper. See if I can wear down that Archon a little bit. And both of my specialists have the stocks on their weapons, so even if they miss, they do 2 damage. So I'm actually going to keep one of my specialists from firing at the Archon and save their attack to take out that Viper, because they can kill the Viper even if they miss. Okay, so both enemies are down to 1 health, and I like I said, I have stocks on both of my specialists, so I basically just need to fire, and it doesn't matter if I miss or not.
There you go. Something over here.
Okay, so I was actually able to take out an entire enemy squad on the very first turn, which is pretty nice. And I still have my Green Ranger stealth, so I'm going to actually have him pick up this side.
Time to motor. I got it.
And I believe the number of enemies here, I believe it said 9, so there should be 2 more squads here. And for my yellow ranger, I do have conceal available on him, but I'm actually just going to keep him unconcealed so that he can take some shots and stay with the rest of my squad without breaking and using up that last concealed, because I think my Green Ranger is can do the scouting here for now.
Closing on target position now.
And because I moved my ranger up here and I didn't reveal any other enemies, I'm just gonna dash the rest of the group up there.
Move, move, move! On it!
Location confirmed. Moving to Overwatch. Double time.
Now, I'm actually curious what other types of enemies are in this game because I actually have never been this far into the game. I did end up playing about halfway through before, and I wound up losing because of the avatar timer. So I'm doing quite a bit better this time. The first time I actually didn't even know what the avatar timer was. And I actually, after I lost, I read up about it. And so now I know I have to hit those black sites to try and get that avatar progress down. Huh. Okay, so the door for this building right here to get to the VIP is back here. So there might be an enemy squad in here somewhere. So I'm probably going to move up here, get into this room, and then I guarantee there's an enemy squad behind this building by the extraction. So I'll probably just blow a hole in this wall and then go right out here. But let's go ahead and have someone open that door for my scout.
Moving on target location.
Okay, so it should be safe to go ahead and move into here.
What's over there? Double time. Moving to position.
Put him on Overwatch.
Go, go, go!
Rolling out. I don't think we're alone out here.
Okay, so it looks like there's going to be another squad of enemies right here. Now, I can't actually see that mech anymore. He must be hidden behind here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blow a hole in this wall. Pretty much my go-to strategy.
Heads down!
Blow everything up. Huh. Guess he's not even there. So that was actually kind of odd because I thought I saw that. Oh, okay, so he's actually up top now. Okay, so I thought that mech was outside here, but he actually went up top. And luckily he still hasn't, his group still hasn't activated, so I'm actually just going to, just in case, I'm not going to move any more of my soldiers right now. I'm just going to put everyone to Overwatch because I think that mech is going to move into my Overwatch shots. And
Menace
I'm
1-5, be
100%
advised, hostile
wrong,
interceptors are inbound on your current position. Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
I hope it's worth it.
Oh no. Okay, so it looks like they spotted my scout. That's definitely not good. Well, luckily I still have, I believe I have 2 mimic grenades still. So I'm going to try and do as much damage here as I can and then toss a mimic grenade out there and hope that distracts the enemy until my next turn, and then I can beat them.
Okay, I'll go.
And I'm going to actually throw a grenade right here. It's going to hit that muton, and it's also going to open the building up so the VIP can come out.
Grenade out.
I rescue that VIP. Oh no, I guess it didn't open that building. Well, it looked like it was gonna break that wall down, but you know what? Maybe this possible these walls are indestructible, because that's a mission objective inside here. Oh, I've got plenty of time left. So let's go ahead and take a shot on him. I'm going to take that 98% shot with my sniper.
On your order.
Okay, so I was able to take down that Archon. I always get confused if it's Archon or Archon. Well, it's dead. So I'll go ahead and toss that mimic beacon out here. I think I need to toss it in front of this person. I think with the mimic beacons, if you have one of your soldiers closer to the enemies than the beacon is, I think the enemy will attack your soldier first. Not quite positive on that, but that seems to be what happens.
What's over there?
Gonna go ahead and combat protocol him. Oh wow, I have another shot with him. His hair trigger must have fired.
X-ray neutralized. Toss me some ammo.
Now the that robot should be fairly easy to take out with my combat protocols. Go ahead and have my ranger free that
All right,
VIP.
I'll go. I got eyes on Advent troops.
Okay, so it looks like that door needs to be hacked. I can probably do it with, I mean, I could open it with my ranger, but I'd have probably zero chance of getting whatever perk it gives or supplies or whatever. Usually when you hack something, you have two choices where you can either get some sort of temporary boost to your soldiers, or facility leads, or supply cash, something like that. So I'm just gonna wait until my specialist gets up here. And yes, I'm just gonna toss my grenade. Put it onto this new town. Now I do have my capacitor discharge. Oh wow, you know what? I forgot she had kill zone. That is funny. So I got that kill zone perk a few missions ago, and I've never used it. I need to remember she has that, because this is one of the best perks in the game. But for now, I'm just going to capacitor discharge these two.
Give him a shock.
Okay. And I have no more grenades, unfortunately. So I think I need
I guess
to
that'll
just
be okay.
run up here and just fire my gigantic gun. My grenader always misses, and unless he's standing right next to the enemy. Now, I'm not sure why that's only an 84% chance, but it's my grenader, he's probably gonna miss. Oh. His leg, at least. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick shot at this guy up here. I was trying to figure out how to kill him.
Get it together.
Then I'm going to go ahead and use faces.
It hit the plate.
Okay, so quite a few enemies are still up, so I'm going to have to use my second mimic beacon. just to play it safe, I'm gonna take out that Muton over here.
Get ready for a surprise! I hope it's worth it. On the move.
Okay, let's see what the enemy does here. Hopefully they fire at the beacon. Now, if they didn't have mimic beacons in this game, then obviously my play style would completely change. To be honest, I think the mimic beacons are kind of overpowered. Okay, so it looks like they're gonna get shot at me here. Oh, I guess not. He's going to use his armor. That was a dumb move by the enemy because that's gonna make absolutely no difference. I'm gonna go ahead and kill him, and then hopefully my kill zone, kill zone, my
Target eliminated. Guns dry.
Oh no, but I don't have any ammo. So I finally get a chance to use my death from above. Looks like I can't. See, how'd he dodge that?
I nicked him. Running dry.
Is it clear?
That guy is just dodging everything. Oh, he ain't gonna dodge this.
It is clear.
He did dodge it.
There you go.
That is that. Then I'll go ahead and move this specialist up here.
On it.
Now I'm pretty sure the enemy is going to send reinforcements here. Probably somewhere around this area here. So I'm actually going to run him right here.
On your order.
Hack this.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, so this is, I'm definitely getting this. Increase my hacking stat by 20, it's 100% chance. So now my tech score should be 140, which is pretty high.
We got access. The VIP is secure and we're on the move.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. VIP is in tow. Proceed to the extraction point.
Let's do this!
Now I'm hoping they send reinforcements because then I can use that kill zone ability on my specialist.
Stepping off. Affirmative, covering now.
10-4.
Affirmative.
Multiple hostiles advancing on our position.
Okay, nice.
Menace 1-5, we're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
Okay, so let's go ahead and test this kill zone ability. Right there.
Let's move already!
Oh, there's a tower there. Ooh, it looks like I can't actually use it. I guess it takes both actions. That's weird. Okay, so I'm gonna check
Attempting
that out.
infiltration.
See what it is. Need them supplies.
Got it.
Moving to position. Overwatch.
Now I'm just gonna try and surround that area with, well, it looks like this is actually the wall of the map here, so the enemy is basically pinned right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him
I hope it's worth it.
here,
Come get
just
some.
kind of surround him.
If you say so. Come get some.
Scanning.
All right, I'll go. Moving to Overwatch.
And now I'll send the VIP to the Sky Ranger.
VIP secure and in position for evac. This is fire.
Alright, let's greet these reinforcements.
Got some advent here.
Now I think these, the stun troopers, I think these are actually an upgraded version because they seem to dodge every single attack. I mean, that first stun trooper I fought, he dodged 4 different attacks, and then these two just dodged their attacks as well.
Oh, come on.
Menace 1-5, hostile interceptors.
So I've
are on
got
high
3
speed
turns
approach.
left,
Your
but
window for
should be able to
extraction is
clean these
closing.
guys up this pretty easily. So I'll go ahead and just take him out with the sword. I don't actually use the sword attacks very often, just because I've actually had pretty bad luck with them.
Deflection! Adjusting aim.
Target neutralized.
Alright, and one more attack. So I'm just going to use my last combat protocol, or one of my combat protocols, just to finish this last guy.
On the move.
I'm going.
Back in. Move, move, move. I'm going. Let's do this. On your order.
All right, I'll go.
Okay, I'll go. I'm
Okay,
going.
go ahead and evac these guys.
Evac confirmed. Hidden hard.
Evac confirmed. Got it covered. Roger that. Heading home. Let's go.
Alright, that mission wasn't too bad.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Now I have noticed my average damage per attack is going down pretty much every mission, just because there's so many more enemies with armor now, and especially now it's probably going to start going down because of those stun lancer troopers, because they dodge every attack. So even my plasma rifles only seem to do like 2 to 3 damage. So those, because they have dodge, I'm probably going to want to try and take them out with things like combat protocol and indirect abilities. Okay, so it looks like he got his last rank. Okay, so this ability is tempting. Both of these look good. This basically allows me to attack in melee and with an attack that doesn't miss, so I could theoretically kill an enemy, and then I can just keep killing enemies if they are close enough. I think I'm actually, since he has death from above, and I usually keep the rifle on him, I'm going to give him rapid fire. And then for my Green Ranger, since she's more close combat oriented, I will give her the Reaper ability when she gets it. So usually I like making my soldiers exactly the same as each other, but in this case, I think the Reaper ability would benefit my Green Ranger more.
Another impressive effort, Commander. My expectations were
Okay,
high,
got yet
and yet
another
we've exceeded
engineer.
them.
Now I use this defense matrix that's those 4 turrets I have. I used it on that UFO mission quite a while back, and I'm just wondering, is this building useless for the rest of the game? I mean, it seems like kind of odd that you would have to, build this building just for that one
Picking up an
instance.
unsecured transmission from some clown calling himself Van Dorn. Doesn't sound like the kind of recruit we're looking for.
Okay, so this is 3 days. Now I have 291 supplies, and I still have to go pick up my monthly income, so I'm actually gonna go do that.
Avenger plotting new course.
And I haven't seen any Avatar project progress recently since I took out those 2 black sites, so I'm assuming they're going to
our ongoing efforts,
have a little
Commander.
progress pretty soon. So I need to start making my way to that other black site down there. I don't really use psi soldiers, but well, so I'm just gonna skip that for now, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this Archon.
The product
Archon
of an extensive
autopsy.
The coordinates we discovered encoded on the genetic sample recovered from the Advent Black Site
Okay.
imply we may have only scratched the surface of the aliens' infrastructure as it relates to this Avatar project. We were fortunate to recover the genetic
Okay, and
sample
I have
we
enough
did.
intel to
Otherwise,
make
our
contact
path
with
may have
another
very well
region,
ended
so
here.
I'm gonna put my new engineer clearing out this machinery, finish up getting my supplies, and then I'll put them over here and go make contact with a new region. Okay, so I finished up that Skulljack story objective. So it says use the Skulljack on an Advent officer. So I don't fight Advent officers that much anymore. Now, they do drop a lot of times when the enemy sends reinforcements. Like, for example, just that last mission I did, there was an Advent officer that dropped and 2 of those stun lancer soldiers. So that might be my best bet to taking or using that on the Advent officers. So I might want to actually give that Skulljack to maybe one of my Rangers, since they have they can move further. So let's just go ahead and keep scanning this. Actually, I need to start a project in the proving grounds. I don't have to, but I should. Now, a war suit. I wonder what that is. But first off, I think I need to get these plasma grenades, because that affects my entire squad, I believe. Skulljack. Wait, do I have Skulljack?
Commander? You lived in one of the colonies for a few years before linking up with Central, right?
Yes, one of the advantages of working with Advent. On the surface, it was very comfortable. But there was a price for that comfort.
The millions of people in those cities don't seem to mind all that much.
Yes, but Advent is always watching. Between their
Okay,
forces
yeah, I
and
have
the
a
aliens
Skulljack.
themselves, they see everything. Not to mention the automated systems. There's nothing quite like providing identification to a lamppost.
Okay, so I don't need any more, I don't think. So let's go ahead and do that plasma grenade. And then I'll figure out what this war suit is.
Interesting choice. I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
Nice, that took forever.
Resistance communications facility construction initiated.
This code. Okay, so let's go make contact with this region, and to do that I actually have to move a engineer over to this resistance comms. So I'm going to move Lucy right. Plus 4 more. Okay, that's quite a bit. Okay, so I'm actually going to make contact here and then build a radio tower.
Setting course for India. Attempting to establish local regional contact.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander. It certainly is impressive looking,
Like a
if
nice
nothing
sword.
else. Although I am still not entirely sure what
Go with
physically
this one.
that.
Okay, got that plasma grenade. Huh. Advanced explosives. What does that do? Sounds like something I want. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this war suit. I have to.
We'll get started right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project is complete.
am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as
I'm running out of stuff to
These
research.
shield bearers are not all that dissimilar from their various advent. This fearsome.
Okay, so it looks like a new mission just popped up, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. I appreciate all the support. I am a fairly new streamer and YouTuber, so any likes you can put on this video are greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you for watching my video.